there, welcome to Dish with Trish and welcome to my kitchen. Yesterday my husband and my son and I, we went out to a strawberry farm and we picked a really nice little bucket of strawberries. And one of the things I always like to do with my strawberries is make strawberry jam. Tonight I'm going to show you a great recipe for some strawberry jam that is not only going to be just some strawberry jam, but it's going to have some pomegranate juice in it. And this pomegranate juice combined with the strawberry jam is super delicious. One thing I must caution you about is this jam is not going to have a pile of sugar in it. It's going to have some sugar in it. It's not going to be quite as thick as what you're used to, but we all like it because it adheres really good to your toast. It's not real thick and you don't have to really play with it to get it to go in your toast. It kind of just falls on there. It's not real sweet. We won't be using as much sugar as you would normally see in a strawberry jam recipe, only due to the fact that we do have some pomegranate juice in there. That's going to account for some of the sugar that you'd normally have to throw into a normal strawberry jam recipe. So let me show you the ingredients we'll be using for this really super simple recipe. Right here in my cast iron pot here, I have 4 cups of pureed strawberries, which I just threw right into my food processor and ground them up real good. I don't like a lot of hunks or chunks in my jam, so pretty much this is all pureed, and I'll show you what that looks like right now. There it is. I've got it started to cook on a low heat, as you can see. All right. We'll also be using 2 cups of sugar for this recipe, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 cup of pomegranate juice, about a half a teaspoon of our unrefined sea salt, which I have right here. And this sea salt looks like that, kind of looks like sand. It has about 72 essential vitamins and minerals in there, and that's what you want to look for when you're shopping. Make sure it's unrefined sea salt. Next we'll be using some 100% natural sugar gel, which I'm sure if you're used to making jelly that you're familiar with sugar gel. And these are the ingredients that we'll be using for this recipe. I have some jars that are warm. I just washed them and I heated them up, and they're in the water here waiting. They're waiting to have jam put in them. I also have my lids here in a pan with some water, and I'm just heating up the rubbers on the back side here, right here, just to make sure they're good and hot. I know a lot of people don't do that, but my grandmother always did it, so I do it. To our strawberry puree, we're going to add in our pomegranate juice. It's 1 cup of pomegranate juice, and it goes. Just a quick stir here. Our 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Our 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And our packet of pectin. It goes. Now that we have our fruit pectin all stirred in, next we're going to add in our 2 cups of sugar. Those are 2 cups of sugar. Give it a quick stir, and as you can see, it's starting to boil. Stir this up real well. Just turn it down a little bit. We have the temperature on low. Okay. And next what we're going to do is add our thermometer, and it's a candy thermometer I have here. Just going to place it on the side of our pan. And we'll let this come to a boil and bring up our temperature to 220 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, right now we're at 110 degrees, so we have a little ways to go. So here we are. We're going to wait till we get to 220 degrees, stirring our sugar intermittently, and then we'll go to the next step. Alright, so while we're waiting on our jam mixture to come up to 220 degrees, we're going to go ahead and get started with getting our jars prepared and ready for our next step. So in my pot in the back, I don't have a canner, I just have a big soup pot, and what I did is I have my jars back here. They've been waiting. They're in a hot bath. I'll show you right here how they look. There they are, and we're just going to slowly take them out. I like to use my tongs for this so I don't burn myself. Just kind of take them out. Alright, Ooh, it's almost at 200 already. It's going fast. Jars are nice and hot, as you can see here. Alright, there we have it. Alright, so as you can see here, we've got 9 4-ounce jars that we're going to be using to fill up. We may not use them all, but you always want to have a couple extra just in case, so that you're all ready and prepared to go. Okay, here it goes. We're at 200 degrees. What we're looking for is a rolling boil. You're going to stir this, and even after you stir it, it's just going to keep on wanting to boil. And that's a sign that you're ready to start filling your jars. We're at 180 degrees Fahrenheit right now, so just a little longer. You can see everything's starting to roll, starting to brew up. And movement here, so you can see the steam. It's very hot. Okay, we're cruising along. We're at 210 degrees, so only have 10 more to go. Just give us a quick stir. Alright, we're at 220 degrees, so we're going to get ready to remove the foam as much as possible. Here we go. I'm going to turn my burner off and I'm going to start removing foam. Just take my ladle as best I can and just start getting the foam off. I'm going to skim around the pan. A little there. It smells really good. Okay, now we're going to start adding our jam mixture into our jars. This is working just fine, as you can see. A regular funnel. Get the jelly. You want to get your jam all the way up to about a 1/4 inch from the top. Next. This is actually fun. It's kind of like a chemistry class in a way. Reminds me of that. Okay, we'll just finish these up. Okay, as you can see, we've got 6 really nice looking 4-ounce jars of jelly here. And I have a little bit of jam left here, and I'm just going to use this extra one as a sample. Right. So what we'll do is wipe each rim all the way around. Go around each rim, make sure there's nothing sticky, just like this. Make sure also that you have no cracks or anything like that. Perfect. Here are our lids over here in our pan. Grab your lid, just wipe it. I like to wipe the top off and the bottom. The rubbers are really going to set up well after you've boiled them. At least that's what I think. After I add my lid, I want to add my rim on right away. Take a towel and hold onto your jar and then just tighten your rim real good. Sometimes my husband helps me with this. It makes it a little easier. But he's watching SpongeBob, so I can't get him in here. Right here waiting. Ooh, there's only one. Okay, now that your rims are on, we're going to take our jar lifter, and since I'm using a big soup pot and I don't have a canner, as you can see here, I need to add something to the bottom of this canner, and I'm just going to add this rag. You can also use your canning rims, or you can just use a rag, and I'm just going to use that. Putting the bottom there, because what can happen when your jars get really hot, they could even break on you. So that's why you want to do this. So you use your, if you just have a soup pot like me, you don't need to run out and buy a canner. If you have a nice pot, just use it. Alright, as you see, we're putting these in our pot here. If you have 6 jars here, we're going to have to add some jars here so that we make sure that the jars we're trying to can are stabilized and that they don't fall over. And the jars don't have to match. They can just be any type of jar that you have. It could be even a jar that you can't even use for canning, but something just to take up space. And of course you want to make sure that it's glass. Yep. Alright, these guys are pretty tight. I can't get them any tighter than what they are already. So there we have it. We're going to let them do their thing. They're going to cool off. We're going to listen for our popping sound, which means they're sealed.